Abusia Ghana Mampani, His Excellency John Mahama, and a nation to Asua, Banoha, a local government, one more school, Suaponwa, with Suya Senia, Yesu Puntu, any a mine your a one seminal, a Hassi and Yesu and the Ho, and a Ghana Mampani, Nishamun Tumwa, a Humba Seme Bra will release Yeno, what day a Ura Putu Muhono. Na Ghana Mampani, Baha, Nani, Ecosunina, and say, when him say and Yura Julius Debraso ne penso womo epa dwumadi bi huntuma the National Sanitation Day na chese the first Saturday of bosumi bia no yade a my Ghana mu nyina no ye be prapra na yesiesi empotem we no nya communal labor na mom we yese ye na ye de aboy ho ban afri yarewa a enam efi ho edeba eno nti enam so ema Ghana Mampani pass adwumadi huntuma. Unfortunately aban dada ehwe mu MPP aban no ebetena so no dia sanitation day no ase na womato na sawram nanso na Ministry of Sanitation womate eno nti na chese Mampani His Excellency John Mahama ka se nyame ma na kwanya no osan ba aban mu ne mpre no so a obemo modin a na sa sanitation day a yato na sawram no yasan apagya ne ho bi mu nti eno na wode ose oyo na enedei wopa sa dwumadi ehontoma biom ne mpre no so no Ghana News TV so enende di kan aba ahwemia na subscribe no wa share dia na meka wo se Buzzstop boys a wo mu di omunkui di adwuma esiesi o my Ghana mu no Ghana Mampani abom abaso odi kan emom 50,000 Ghana cedis se wo munye no momfa wasa mo siremu eno achi nso ne wasan amom achade sonko abusua menkasa emam kasa nwa mesro se enende di kan aba ahwemia Ghana News TV so medin ene nana sefa bobo mesrew omodi anime a subscribe button na share video yi e ma dofo hu nia Ghana Mampani na meka won so se wo amanone na so send this cabo my Ghana mu a bomodi ane download LemFi for your promotion sonko omo se wo Europe na wo download LemFi na bo news shemu on be chew 10 euros asha ho animu amono mu ho a sanso e na so send o first 50 euros ede call ni nyina e kosoro nyina no be ma 2% of sika na send enti send ya instant na on sa account sika enti bomodi ane download LemFi wo America wo Canada so a download LemFi. The more you send the more you enjoy abusua yenko ani enti Ghana Mampani se na adwumadi no ekoye.
Thank you very much. As I said, we decided today to recognize these selfless, community-spirited young people who for several years, using their own resources, their energy and strength, continue to volunteer to keep our city clean. My attention was drawn to them, as I said, last year, and that was because they were appealing for a tricycle to be able to cut away the garbage when they have removed it. Tricycle is aboboya for those of you who don't know a tricycle. And so I donated a tricycle to them. And since then I've been seeing the good work they do. They take a long stretch, they remove the pavement slabs, and they go into the gutter and scoop the gutter. And by the time they finish, you see water is flowing through the drain. So today we decided to honor them and make a presentation to them so that it can facilitate their work. And so I got the Chief of Staff and the Ministry of Local Government to put their heads together. And they have these items that are arranged over there. They have 200 wheelbarrows. They have 300 shovels. They have 300 brooms. That is the local broom, Prz, and then the one with a stick, standing broom. There are 300 of those. Then they have 300 hand gloves. You know when you're doing sanitation, you have to wear gloves in order not to carry infection. Then they have brushes. They call them standing brushes. And there are 280 of those. Then they have what they call short brush. I'm not exactly sure what that is. But there are 20 of those. And then they have 300 buckets, plastic buckets, 300 of them. And so we're going to present it to them this morning in recognition of their work, the work they do, and also to facilitate and make it easier for them to continue doing what they do. If other volunteer groups come up, we'll recognize them the same way and assist them to also be able to help the community. So bring me one of the brooms. We'll just use one of the brooms or the brushes. Yeah, any of them. So it's my honor and privilege to present these items to the bus stop boys. And so your leader can take charge of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. To the chairman of this beautiful ceremony.
John Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, Mr. Chairman, Ojebi II, the President of the National House of Chiefs, Gamanche, Ni Taki Teko II, Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honourable Ibrahim Ahmed, senior government officials, ministers of state, honorable members of parliament, our esteemed traditional authorities, metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executives present here, distinguished invited guests, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, all back here. It is a great honor to warmly welcome His Excellency the President and all gathered here to the relaunch of the National Sanitation Day. Today marks more than a ceremony. It is a renewal of our collective resolve to build a better, cleaner Ghana. Under the leadership of His Excellency the President of Ghana, the reintroduction of this initiative strengthens the Clean Up Ghana agenda and calls on every citizen to take responsibility for our environment. The Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, working with all 29 MMDAs, is fully committed to driving this campaign. Together with our environmental health officers, waste management teams,
the revival of National Sanitation Day is for me a wake-up call to reawaken our forgotten and dormant communal spirit and also make a bold statement that sanitation is not the duty of government alone, nor of district assemblies alone, but the duty of us all. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as chiefs, we cannot be bystanders, since the palace has always been the heartbeat of the community life. When the chief calls, the people gather. When the chief leads, the people follow. For this reason, I pledge in my capacity and the president of the National House of Chiefs, and indeed on behalf of my fellow chiefs, that we will not only support this initiative in words, but in deeds. And if every traditional ruler sustains communal labor, then the transformation will be unstoppable. Ghana will not only be healthier, but future generations will remember us as the leaders who restored discipline and cleanliness to our land. So, Nananum, this is a big challenge to us. Once again, I extend my gratitude to His Excellency the President for the personal commitment to this cause, to the Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Regional Affairs for their tireless efforts, and to all partners who have contributed to this worthy cause. For my part, I give you my words. I will use my voice and my office as President of the National House of Chiefs to ensure that the National Sanitation Day does not become a soon-to-be-forgotten event, but a way of life, culture, and inheritance, and a lasting legacy for generations to come. With this deep conviction, I humbly accept to serve as the chairman of today's lunch, and may this day mark the dawn of a Ghana that radiates health, dignity, and unity. And
warriors here, this is gungulum 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 gung. This is Ghana News TV. The time is 6 o'clock. Let me follow Ghana.
So send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha. Use LemFi. Say ye fear wo pese won tono. Use LemFi. E dan ya na say japade a wani da so a wo pese oto Africa ha no. Use LemFi. Say wo send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no wo Africa ha. Use LemFi. Sanso e na say wo tie obi school fees ama no a. Use LemFi. Nyenti a me kanfo LemFi ama one say utimi send this ka e fa LemFi so a e ma ni begu bank account mu. Sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu. Enu achi nso no de bia LemFi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo send a wo benya. LemFi e secured na wo send this ka enche na nipa wo send ama no ne nsa aka. LemFi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal, and France. What the LemFi send this car? Untu ahwe. Bomodia dey use me code NEWS news. Na say any day they can register or LemFi so a unya bonus. Sanso and now use chance so a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma.
Follow and watch Ghana News TV.
Thank you very much. Let me acknowledge His Royal Majesty Ni Takite Kochuru II, and to thank him for lending this event with his gracious presence. Yesterday I was together with him at the sports stadium watching a titanic match between House of Oak and Olidade. For those of you who didn't hear about it, it was a 1-1 draw. So everybody was victorious. I want to recognize also our clergymen who are here in their numbers. I want to thank you for lending your presence. I want to thank all our traditional authorities who have had the opportunity to join us. But most of all, to thank our chairman for gracing this occasion with his presence. He represents the chieftaincy institution, and his words have very profound effect that the chiefs are going to be an integral part of this program in order that it makes it a success. Every society has values, and in all societies, one most important value is the value of cleanliness. If you take any religious denomination, whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, or you belong to African traditional religion, all of them say and respect the slogan that cleanliness is next to godliness. You cannot be a godly person if you live in filth. You cannot be a godly person if you're not clean. And so whether you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, or you believe in Pelikpeji or whatever, they all believe that cleanliness is next to godliness. And that has been part of our traditional value systems. I know that when I was growing up, anytime I vacated from school and my father made me go back to stay with my mother in Damango at the time, early in the morning, my mother, my aunties, my sisters, and we the children will be waking up at 5 a.m. and all of us will be given brooms. We will sweep the whole compound. We'll go outside the house and sweep around the whole house and gather every litter. That was a part of African traditional practice. Unfortunately, today, that value system has broken down. You have people living in a family house, in a compound house. Nobody is prepared to join to make sure that the house is kept clean. Modernization does not mean that we should abandon our value systems. Just recently, I came from two very modern societies, Japan and Singapore. They are well developed, they are into AI, they are into space technology and everything, but their value systems in terms of their culture and traditions are still intact. You go to Japan and Singapore, you won't see one single piece of paper or plastic anywhere on the ground. Indeed, Singapore is worse. You're not I have one last duty. I almost forgot. That is to declare the National Sanitation Day program duly launched. And as you've been told, it will be the first Saturday of every month. And so, on behalf of government, on behalf of the people of Ghana, I have the honor and privilege of declaring the National Sanitation Day program duly launched. I'm supposed to press this button. If it works, Thank you very much.
We're grateful to you, Your Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we do a...
So send this cafe amanoni aba Africa ha, use LemFi. Say ye fear wo pese wo ntono, use LemFi. E dan ya na say japade a wani da so a wo pese oto wa Africa ha no, use LemFi. Se wo send this sika ama odofo e de aboa no wo Africa ha, use LemFi. Sanso e na se wo tie obi school fees ama no a, use LemFi. Yenti a make come full LemFi ama on say utimi send this sika e fa LemFi so a e ma ne begu bank account mu. Sanso e na timi begu mobile money account mu. Eno achi nso no de bia LemFi e wo daily rate a e ma hu sika dodo a wo send a wo benya. LemFi e secured na wo send this sika enche na nipa a wo send ama no ne nsaka. LemFi wo USA, Canada, UK, Italy, Germany, Ireland, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Portugal and France. What the LemFi send this sika untu ahwe bomodi a dey use me code NEWS news na say ene any day they can register or LemFi so a unya bonus sanso na use chance so a ye wo bonuses ahodo a ye de ma
menu makwekwe sa sempa kania sɛ menam na mete asɛmpa no ma mo amane a na ma no keka me anyam bia wate ANS Trading Agency Limited nka sɛ woka sɛ door-to-door foɔ no deɛ ne ɛwatwa ɛsiane sɛ obie ne hɔ a wɔsen wɔn wɔ saa door-to-door business nim wowɔ nneɔma wɔ UK a wode kɔ Ghana anaasɛ Germany a wode kɔ Ghana 3 to 5 weeks ɛbɛkɔ akɔdu nnipa no pono ano sɛ twae na deɛ ma ɔmo da mu soronko wɔ sɛ adwumadeɛ wei mu ne sɛ wɔn ho boɔ no ɛda fam sɛ bɔkɔɔ ANS Trading Agency Limited ɛwɔ air freight special service ɛno nneɔma no yɛde bɛfa plane enti ntɛmpa na akɔ akɔdu wobɛtumi afa saa kwan wɔ yɛa so de nneɔma afiri Ghana akɔ UK anaa Germany ɛfɛ gyigyi dɛm wogyina hɔ so agyina yie na drop bomb no ANS Trading Agency Limited pɛ ɛna ɛyɛ 40-footer ɛne 20-footer container yɛfɛ UK ɛde kɔ Ghana anaa Germany ɛde kɔ Ghana ɔma ma nneɔma ayɛ mmerɛ import o export o dem there for you ɔmo Ghana number ni 0249-170-423 UK ha sɛ wobɛfrɛ yɛn a 0790-802-7527 Germany nso 09173-771-2733 wobɛnya ANS Trading Agency Limited ɛwɔ West Croydon ANS Trading Agency Limited Quantum Brantam wana bɛbɔ yaba so Mary next time in your fill up from the bebro